Akila Trinae, Cameron David, DJ Reed, Miss Roro, Dontrell Detroit, Key 77. This is U-Nation Radio.
Monday night, love session. Check us out. Generation. Slow jams. Conversation. Late night. Stimulation. Call in. Love session. Love session.
Monday night.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Can everybody see me? Okay,
You're still leaning.
Oh, Lord. I wasn't ready for that at all. Good evening. You are
What is
tuned in to U-Nation Radio. This is Monday Night Love Sessions. And happy Black History Month. I'm your girl, Akila Trinae. I can't hear myself. Okay, there it is. I can hear myself now. So, you all are lucky. You're in for a good show. We have several guests here with us in the studio, and they are all going to have an opportunity to share about the projects that they're working on. But we'll get to that in just a moment. So, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce the co-host to my left, Mr. Cameron David.
What it is. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning.
Good night.
Happy. Good night.
My hair is sticking up.
So you got the alfalfa this time.
I do. Where is it?
I got a little bang right here. I can't get rid of it.
Whatever.
Anyway, shout out to our sponsors. Pitbull Energy Drink. It is good. Shout out to Artistic Web, Spider. Chris,
Like,
don't
look
be
over
pointing
here.
at the screen. I know the order. Thank you. Shout out to Black Lion Entertainment, the homies. Come holler at us. We want to see you in the studio real soon, please. Or we gonna bring the studio to you, to the Bay. We should do like a destination air show.
We should.
We should.
LA to the Bay.
LA to the
I'm
Bay.
with it.
I'm with it too. I haven't been there in some years.
You need to go.
Can't take him though. He might get beat up.
No, he's going to go and want to stay.
Oh, yeah.
He said no. He said no.
I got too many.
To my left, the doctor. Oh, all the way over there, Dr. DJ Ree.
Dr. DJ Reed.
Yeah.
What happened to the
Oh,
horse?
no, that was an epic fail.
Can I get the crickets? There you go.
Oh, that's wow.
I'm upset right now. I'm upset right now. Anyways, you go on Facebook, like us, U-Nation Radio, Twitter, U-Nation_radio, Instagram, U-Nation Radio, YouTube, U-Nation Radio TV, and GoFundMe.com. Please donate, support, help the cause, keep the show going. So go on GoFundMe.com, look us up, U-Nation Radio. Now I'm about to kick it over to my man, Detroit.
Hola, people.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
We bien y tú.
Bien.
I really wish everybody in studio could hear what we were listening to. But
Man, don't nobody want to hear that song.
People do
It's
want to
not
hear
you.
the song.
I enjoy it for me.
I hate that song.
But anywho, I am Dontrell Detroit, and we here. Stall me out, okay? I'm trying to get comfortable with it. But anyway.
Why are you nervous?
I said comfortable. I ain't nervous. I'm Dontrell Detroit. We have a good show on tap today. We have a lot of black enterprises in the building, a lot of things to platform. So I can't wait to get to it. But before we do that, how was everybody's weekend? Did we enjoy the Super Bowl?
No.
I didn't watch it.
Ooh.
My phone died at halftime. It actually broke.
You were watching the Super Bowl on your phone?
My phone died at halftime, and then it broke. So that was the last time and the last memory I have of a working phone up until noontime today.
Did you enjoy yourself, DJ Ree? Do you enjoy the game?
What? He asked me how my weekend was. That's the most memorable thing. Like,
Oh,
It
then
is
he
what
started
it
talking
is.
about the Super Bowl, so I was
because
confused.
that's the time that it happened.
Okay, don't
He
worry.
mentioned the Super Bowl. Did you not?
I did.
They were relevant.
Got it.
Boom.
I rest my case.
Ree.
Case rested.
I enjoyed it up to the end when that stupid call was made.
Which one?
The very, very end when he should have gave the ball to Beast Mode, Lynch.
Oakland.
About that action, boss.
Yes. And I enjoyed seeing Missy Elliott again. She was cool.
I did.
She made a little comeback. She did good.
That face doesn't look like you enjoyed it.
Halftime is when my phone died.
Oh.
And broke.
Oh my gosh. No one cares
I wasn't
about
paying
your phone.
attention to none of that.
Well, you didn't miss much, but Missy. I mean,
I saw Katy Perry. She ain't got no rhythm. That's what I did see.
That was epic
like
fail.
they tried. They really tried, but it just coming after Mark. After Bruno, it didn't work out.
You said after Bruno.
But
Not after Janet.
great game. Loved it. I was rooting for the Patriots. Didn't care if the Seahawks won, so I was cool either way. I'm a Niner fan, so it's cool. But anyway, we are about to take our first commercial break. This is Wu-Tang, Cash Rules Everything Around Us. DJ Reed, Q, what's up? Yeah.
Money. Dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all. Woo! Cream.
Yeah.
Cream. Woo. That's Wu-Tang, right?
Is
No?
that what you were saying? No.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Wah, wah.
And we're back. Monday Night Love Sessions. Akila Trinae, 323-965-1600. And we are going to jump into it. So, you all are... It is good.
It was a free plug.
You all are in for a treat. Our very, very first guest that we have on our Black Entrepreneurs panel for tonight is none other than Michael McGrew, who is an author. Yeah, come on, Chris, where you at?
Because you kept talking.
He wasn't ready anyway. Doesn't matter.
I kind of prompted him. I was trying to...
So, I had the pleasure of meeting Mike at a wealthy billionaires, one of Billionaire PA's events, Wealthy Minds, Wealthy Wednesday. And we connected, and he is a genuine, cool person, and told him about the show. And we was like, yeah, you got to come on and share what you do. He's an author. He's written several books. He's also my book coach. You see how I plugged that in there, like, because I'm working on my book.
You coming on up, huh? Last
week
you got inspired. This week you got a coach.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm speaking my dreams and living them all at the same time.
So
I need y'all to join
we got a
me.
deadline in.
I need y'all to join me.
Oh, so we not here?
No, I'm saying with your dreams.
Okay.
Then
Well, my dream is here. We on the way. We on the way.
Yeah.
Well, without any further ado,
It was this.
Shush. Monday Night Love Sessions, family, please help me welcome to the show, Mike McGrew.
Craziness.
Where you at, though? Hello, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like, I ain't here. I don't know what happened.
Oh, what's going on? You know, first of all, before we even get into any type of entrepreneurship or business conversation, I'm in my feelings right now, and I'm gonna let you know why.
Why?
Holla at us.
You know, everybody who knows me know that I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, I'm a Gemini. Any Geminis in the building? All right. Well, you know,
It's wild.
with Scorpio tendencies though, you know, but I am a Gemini. However, I've been in my feelings since this afternoon for the simple fact that I took my son to a doctor's appointment. He has flu-like symptoms, right? And as I'm in the office, I see the doctor giving him more attention than myself. So I can only assume that my 15-year-old son has a bigger package than me, and I'm feeling some type of way about that, you know. Just to be honest, you know. And I mean, as a father, think about it. I've been a single father. I've been a single father since I was. No, but this is real. Like, I'm in my feelings. I've been a single father since I was 18, and you know, I used to use him as a tool to pick up women, you know, on the beach front and everything. But now that he's getting older, he'll be 16 this year, and you know, he's getting more attention in the eye. So
he's pulling the latest.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Can you literally like drop your kids off at the Goodwill? I don't even want to.
I'm trying to disown him. He might be able to help you out.
He's getting more action than I ain't feeling that.
Like
he's old enough to be emancipated now. So.
Okay. See, that's the loophole right there.
Bam.
You know,
I got you.
Yeah.
I got a son.
You do taxes too, man?
I'm learning.
All right, for sure.
He said, "Don't trust him with numbers."
Oh, he did your taxes last year. You was in the negative, huh? You wound up owing somebody, yeah.
I hired her as a professional hater, so that's what she gonna do.
Oh, okay.
And I do my job well.
Oh, okay.
Touché. Man, we need some drum rolls, but that clap is not working. Yeah, take a note. So,
back to you.
She said several books. How many books have you actually written?
I've written 8 books. I've published 4, and I'm releasing 3 books this year.
Oof.
I write, man. I write, man. I write on skin, napkins,
writer by nature.
Whatever I can. I'm a write, man. I have a book in my iPhone right now. My next book is gonna be titled "From Nowhere to Now Here." So that's gonna be my second anticipated self-improvement piece. Really excited to release that.
Tell us about your writing journey. So you're young black male, and you write. And you're an author.
And give us your age in that too.
33.
You look 20.
Oh, that's that shea butter, man. That's that shea butter. You know, but no, my writing journey. I released my first novel at the age of 27. 2008, released my first book, My Kind of Girl. It went off to sell about 5,000 copies my first year. I sold those out the trunk of my car. You know, just went hard, you know. And, you know, I made about $47,000 my first year as a self-published author. So, you know, from then until now, I've learned a lot, you know. So my transgression has moved forward in the realm or arena of becoming a literacy advocate. You know, so since identifying with my purpose and walking in it and speaking my success into existence, you know, I actually chose this career, and everything that I do now involves some type of literacy. So it's only getting better and better and better.
So what's your biggest improvement from book 1 to now, would you say?
I mean, you know, I'm not the same person as I was when I went to sleep last night. So, of course, you know, you get better and better. But as far as my writing technique, I would say talking about myself and my experiences and being able to relate to the public and, you know, offering some type of some wisdom or some type of dialogue that more people than a living room full of people could relate to. You know, designing relationships, get out of your problems and into your purpose is my most recent work, and that's a self-improvement piece. And, you know, Hill Harper's organization, the Manifest Your Destiny, they picked it up as a required read. So, you know, now my work is inspiring people as opposed to just entertaining them. You know,
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So, what was the inspiration behind you becoming a writer? Like, what was that deciding factor in life?
Well, before then, I like most urban youth, I was considered a jack of all trades. You know, I just followed the money, but then I realized money doesn't follow; it leads. You know.
Yeah.
So, well. Yeah, no, money doesn't lead, it follows. You know what I mean? So then in opposed to just you know, being a jack of all trades and being satisfied with that, I decided to become a master of one mountain in opposed to 1,000-foot hill. So I basically started asking myself the right questions, you know, and one of those questions were, what am I passionate about? You know, what am I willing to die for? You know, start digging deep into, like, you know, who I was as a youth, because, you know, our youth really, it influences us. It molds us into who we are as adults, you know. And I've always been a good storyteller. I've always been a good, you know, dot connector, you know, so I decided to write a book. And before then, I was always into film. And it's funny because I just had a conversation with a friend of mine. We're actually working on a documentary about, you know, fatherless sons. And, you know, he focused on like, you know, people in his neighborhood that influenced him. And since he didn't have a father, you know, he designed his life based on his environment.
Yeah, the characters in his neighborhood.
The characters in his neighborhood. Me, on the other hand, I discovered my characters, and I was influenced by movie characters. And, you know, based on that, that's why I have so much integrity, principle, values. You know, I honor those because I watched a lot of gangster flicks back in the day. You know, so the way I carry myself is honorable, and I take pride in that. But, you know, in regards to, you know, my work and what I choose to deliver, you know, it's just influencing people to become better. So I constantly challenge myself so I can challenge others.
Gotcha.
And it's, you know, learning every day.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What was your feeling when you accomplished your first book and you got it out there? Were you like just stoked about it? And then...
Man, hold on. At first, I forgot you was here. I'm looking like, where's that coming from? No, but how did I feel when I first?
You know, when you just accomplished your first book and got it out there.
You know, I felt kind of liberated, you know, because I knew that I was worth something. And I think, you know, honestly, until you really recognize your worth, you're not really living. And, you know, for me to take a story out of my head and 4 months later it becomes, you know, a book, and then to get out and sell your book, and sell yourself, and someone give you cash money for a book that you created, I think that's it's fulfilling. You know, it's a I got high off of my first transaction, just to give you, you know, just to sum it up.
That's deep.
That's real deep.
Okay, well, your newest book, Designer Relationships, or the one that I know you have with you right now in the studio. Tell us about that.
Well, Designer Relationships is something that I actually wrote this book on my iPhone. It took about maybe 8 months because for the last 2 years I send text messages called Sunday Blessings to a large amount of people every Sunday, and those text messages are very unique. I create them from scratch, and I also save them on my notes. So all those notes within a 9-month time frame kind of created this book, Designer Relationships. So it's a niche that I created, and Designer Relationships basically is get out of your problems and into your purpose. So it represents, you know, designing your life. You know, just because you're born in hell doesn't mean you have to adjust to the heat, right? So Designer Relationships is, you know, just you're the architect of your own dream. You're the driver behind your wheel of success. So don't use excuses, whether it's a single parent household, or, you know, you don't have any money, you broke. First of all, what's broke? You're using the wrong language, and that's why I'm into literacy, because anything that's broke, it can't be fixed. You know, you might not have the money at that particular time. And me personally, I'm a solutionist. I focus on solutions and not problems. And when you tend to focus on solutions, your attitude is different. People who focus on problems, they're very angry and agitated. People who focus on solutions, they're more calm, like, hold on, chill, we're gonna work this out, you know. But, you know, in that regard, it kind of really, this book manifested, but it's a very dynamic book, you know. And Designer Relationships it really just kicked off a niche, you know. So now I speak about it. It's growing into another monster, you know, and it's just focusing on solutions. That's the whole thing. It's a positive movement, and I'm not a negative person. In fact, you know, I've never robbed Peter to pay Paul. I've always persuaded Peter to pay Paul for me, you know. So it's really all about your perspective and how you look at things, you know. And that's what this book is about, just seeing the positive in everything, seeing a solution in everything, and from there you could design your life straight up.
So where can we pick it up?
Well, it's available. I actually just took it down, so it's not available right now, for the simple fact that we're about to create a student edition.
Okay.
So this book is going to be sold in colleges, and, you know, I wrote the book with that intent. I didn't want to go commercial with this particular with this product here.
Sheesh. Man with a plan. That's where the money is, too.
Yeah. Don't you know, as far as the literacy industry or the literary industry, you get more money off of college text than any fulfillment, such as Baker & Taylor. Now, I'm with Baker & Taylor, so I get distributed through Barnes & Noble nationwide and libraries. But in order for that fulfillment, you know, you have to split a 55% commission. So off of a $13.95 book, I'm only gonna see maybe $5, $6 per copy that I sell with Baker and Taylor. But if you distribute and receive purchase orders from schools, they give you textbook price. So my price for my book, they just get a budget. You know, they're not really in it for the profit. They get a budget and they purchase books based on the budget. So I can make $25 per book for this right here, in opposed to $6 once I get distributed through schools. So yeah, you gotta work smart, not hard. Education is definitely where it's at.
Smarter you are, more avenues.
Yeah, and I dropped out of 11th grade.
What?
Yeah.
They was it what?
Say
what?
Tell us about that.
Came home from Virginia at the age of 16, 16 and a half, 17.
I'm sorry, it sounded like you was about to start rapping. Coming home from Virginia, lady 16.
How you know? That was my first single. But just you know, got a girl, got a young lady pregnant at 17. As a young man, had a lot of things going. I was about to start working for BET at that particular time. So you know, I'm not gonna lie, as a young man, I really pushed the abortion real hard, but she wouldn't go for it, and I'm glad she didn't, because, you know, my son now, he taught me more than any institution ever can. As a single father, you know, the older I get, the more I realize what my learning style is. A lot of people don't know there's 4 types of learning styles. You have eclectic, you have people who learn from others, you have traditional learning from institutions, and you have reading. See, me, I'm an action learner. You know, I would have made the perfect intern because I'm a hands-on type of guy. A lot of African-American youth fail to realize that classrooms aren't their learning style. So that's why the scores are very low. So once we can create schools to, you know, help identify with the student's learning style, you'll understand, you know, people learn at different levels and different speeds. That's why homeschool is so successful. Because it helps the kids identify with their learning style.
He's over here dropping bars for everybody. Tune in to Monday Night Love Sessions, 'cause we got the knowledge for you. We got the knowledge. Just trying to tell you.
Think forward to the end of your career or later in your career. If you could sum it up in one word, what would that be?
Bless you.
Blessed.
Good work. Well, I have a question that has nothing to do with what you've been talking about, because this is Monday Night Love Sessions. So one of the so we have various topics. One of the questions that we had some time ago, maybe it was a year ago in February at some point, we talked about love at first sight. So I want to know, do you believe in love at first sight?
I believe in lust at first sight. Love at first sight is I think it's a fraud. You know, it's impossible.
Tell it like a TIU.
I mean, I am in the right place, right? I could keep it real.
Yeah, no, keep it real.
You can be absolutely raw, but we do have some children in here, so. Or HI. She said what?
I'll speak in pig Latin then. Nah, but you know, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, because some of us put on a mask in order to please others. But if you want to be really happy, it takes a lot of work. You know, life doesn't come with an instruction manual, and when it comes to love is kind of tricky. You know what I mean? Some people think love ain't nothing but two people feeling sorry for each other, but some other people might feel love is the ultimate prize. You know, when you find someone to share your life with and love, you know, that's true happiness. But sometimes just even providing for others, you know, is true love. So, you know, love could be a depiction of multiple elements of satisfaction. You know, some people pay for it, some people search for it, you know, some people sit on their couch and wait for it to fall in their lap. You know, it depends on what your description of love is, you know, and that it goes back to designing your life, you know. Whatever suits you, whatever makes you happy, go for it.
Y'all hear that?
We heard it. So the same.
Did you hear it?
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
The same question I always ask when we ask this question. So whatever your love learning style.
He always tries to change people's answers because he believes in it.
There's nothing wrong with believing in love at first sight.
Posing the question.
This is opinion.
I forgot it. She's my professional.
I'm doing my job.
Yeah, she doing it.
Right.
Doing it well.
So, however you identify with it, right? Mm-hmm. If that feeling, because we know people fall out of lust, that fades. So however you identify love, if you feel that, let's say, 6 months, a year or two down the road, and that's the same feeling you had when you met her, does that still qualify as love at first sight? So you had a feeling in the beginning, bam. A year later.
Well, nah, I mean that wouldn't classify because that wouldn't be love that'd be like love at 6 months sight.
But I'm saying it's the exact same feeling you identify with in the beginning.
I think it's a tattletale sign that you're on your way to discovering true love. But you know, even at 6 months, people are still got their game face on.
That's irrelevant. Because we're talking about the feeling. We're talking about the emotion. We're talking about something that you identify with that you know is love from just life. You felt that. No matter how shallow the premise, no matter what you had to back it up, you felt it. Because we know you don't feel that with everybody you come in contact with.
No, that could be love. I would say, yeah. I would say that's love. You know, but
did you hear that?
I say that's love, and I mean that's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling.
It's hard to come by.
It is. You know, and we can only pray that you continue to maintain that feeling. But then that feeling is sort of like it's sort of like a heroin addiction. You know, you gotta chase it
all day.
You know what I'm saying? And then it gets to the point, even with an addict, they don't even look forward to getting high anymore because they didn't lost that feeling. Now they're getting high just to maintain, just to live, just to get up in the morning. So it becomes, you know, you chase this, and love could be, you could be addicted to it. You know, so yeah, I mean, 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line, 12 months down the line, soon it's gonna get to the point where you gotta work hard for it. Because when you get comfortable with somebody, you know, you're not gonna get those flowers every other day. You're not gonna get, you know, the pet names lose because you feel like, you know, I've won this person. And life is a very competitive. It's a real competitive nature, especially men. You know, so a woman has to intrigue a man still, and vice versa. So it becomes a sport. You know. So love is very competitive, if you ask me. But if you lose it, sometimes, man, life goes on.
Okay, I have one more question for you before we, you know,
we don't
move on. But
that little dance.
Yeah, I always
do the hustle.
All right, so Valentine's Day is coming up, right? Mm-hmm. And you were talking about, you know, men working hard, women working hard, chasing feelings and all that other stuff, you know, in a relationship. So what would you say, if you had to give a gift, what would be the perfect Valentine's gift that you would give?
I mean, once again, it depends on the person because, see, I pay attention to everything. I'm a great judgment of character, and I pay attention to the individual. There's really no generic gift or the perfect gift. It depends on the person. But if I had to choose someone, and I had to pick a gift, I would say, that's a good question. I don't know. Let me see. Because I know this person, I would get him a car if I had it. Real talk.
What kind of car?
An Acura TL.
Them things was fly, ain't they?
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah. I like the CL.
And then, like, once I get creative, you know, I will put balloons in the trunk. You know, I'll put a couple gifts, so like you know, I'll put a necklace in the glove box. Every part of the car where you would have to look in, whether it's an ashtray or a glove box or the middle console, I'll put a gift in there. So everything you open, you will see something new. Every day's a surprise.
That's pretty
That's
fly.
what's up.
That's pretty fly.
That is what's up. So, thank you, my brother. So, U-Nation Radio, this is Michael McGrew. He paints a pretty picture, writes a good scene. DJ Reed, cue us up. This is Guapole, Closer to Our Dream.
Hey.
Yeah.
And we're back.
So I met a girl named Shayla today. I'm sorry. It's a nice name.
We're back, people. Get it together. Get it together. It's Black History Month.
It's Black Power
It's
to
Black
the people.
History Month. We gotta be black. All right.
What does that mean?
Bleed,
Bleed,
black,
bleed,
black,
bleed,
black.
bleed, bleed. That's all, folks.
Yes. Monday Night Love Sessions. We are back. I'm still
Monday
trying
night
to get this sound thing right.
Love session.
But I'm excited now because I don't have to feel like I'm the only woman on the panel. So now we have a little more estrogen over here.
She said, "Gotcha, girl." That don't mean
So,
nothing.
actually, like Billionaire, he putting a lot of people on because I also met Alex Queen at one of his events. And she's here representing the Break magazine, or The Break, and they have a magazine, it's online, and a lot of other stuff, and music, promotion, and I just want you to tell us all about it. So, U-Nation, Radio Monday Night Love Sessions, family, please help me welcome to the show, Miss Alex Queen.
Oh, you're too kind.
Ooh.
I got the stadium.
Right?
All right.
That's new. That was the first one.
Can you just follow me around in life with that?
Right.
Just
You
play
need
that
your own
jump
theme
wherever I
music,
go.
huh?
Right. No, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here. Can I do something first, though?
Sure.
Of course.
I'm going to ask y'all a question.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, no.
Come
This is
on.
not a part of the
This
rule.
is the first. This is a first.
Oh, yes.
This is a first.
The only
You've
way
ever
I'm going
been
to feel
asked a
comfortable is
question.
if we can have a conversation.
Let's-
Okay.
Hey, that's the
have
only
it.
way
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get down with
Wait.
it. Get down.
Everybody, I need you to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your why? Why do you do what you do? What makes you get up every day and do what you do? What's your
Ladies
why?
first.
You just
Ladies
one
first.
more thing time. My why is because I want to be able to make a difference in the world and help other people in whatever capacity that is. Why I wake up in the morning right now is because of my students, honestly, and being able to inspire them and help them, and through Jesus being able to give me that support to do so. But right now I wake up for them.
Okay.
Detroit? No, I'm just- I would have to say that my why is to be a good example for my younger brother. That would be the only reason. Just to show him that, black men can make it. You can do something and make something of yourself. Something that most young men don't have somebody right there in the home or close to them. Unless you're a single father. Segue to Detroit.
I learned what benevolence was as a very young person. So everything, all my 3 whys, which is my son, coaching football, and music, is about touching somebody else, making somebody feel better, giving back. I need to give. I need to feel like I'm helping somebody. So my passion is to be benevolent. That's my why.
Okay.
My family, my wife, especially my son, he's 3. So it's just to show him that, anything is possible. You can do anything, especially as a black male, and what's going on in the world today. Just need to teach him, just everything, there's a lot of things going on out there. So just to be a good role model and just show him how to get through life.
Okay.
Alex.
Chris,
Well, yeah, we
were
got.
you looking for Chris to answer? Yeah. Take the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
You put it there,
Yeah,
Chris.
brother.
Chris, what's your why?
Excuse me, sir.
Reporting live.
You got an easy one now. Go ahead. One word.
You're not invisible.
His
Here.
wife.
He says you're not you're not
No,
that
you
light.
gotta talk.
Are you shy?
He said it though.
You want me to bring her in?
He already said it.
No.
So yell
I'll tell
it.
her to come on in the inside. Okay.
All right.
He said his wife, for those who didn't hear.
Okay. So one more question before I tell you my why.
Okay.
How many of y'all every now and then like a little turn up?
Every
to a
now
party.
and then.
Every now and then. What?
All the
He's
time.
Like, he's like
All the
every
time.
now.
Every now.
Every
yeah,
now.
Not then.
Not then.
Right?
A trick
You was
question.
just grits and biscuiting it up.
What about you, brother? A little every now and then.
I can't even turn up no more.
Wait, what you mean?
I can't. I got a kid. I'm married. It's
You don't turn up with Robin?
Take
Me
the
too. I got a
shackles
kid,
off
I'm
my
Lord,
so I
Lord,
can-
no. I miss those days.
So here's my thing. Does your turn up negate your why ever?
Nope.
Never.
No.
No. Your why is always a part of you.
Oh yeah.
My why is creating a platform for everybody else that has a why and that lives these balanced lives. Because most of us, we turn up, but that is not the definition of our lives. When I asked y'all what your why was, y'all didn't say Ciroc. You know what I mean? About that life. My why is
Somebody needs to get out.
right. That's not what you said. Everybody's why here was selfless, and I sort of believe that most people have that kind of a why. Most people have a selfless why, but unfortunately, our generation, we kind of reflect it a little differently. So that's what the break is all about. It's about empowering people and inspiring people, and by creating a hub so that those of us who live relevant but responsible lives have a place to exist, and our voice can be heard, and we can hear things that matter to us and don't just matter to the turn up, but matter to our why and can move us forward. That's my why.
Gotcha.
I care about that.
I
So
like
yeah.
that segue. That was beautiful.
So that's who I am. You know.
So what does the break encompass? Like what all industries do you focus on? I heard music. I heard what else?
Yeah. We do a little bit of we do a lot of different stuff. Well, I'll tell you about the break. My partner Chayla here.
Hey, Chayla, capital L
And a capital C.
Yeah, no,
And an apostrophe.
lowercase e, apostrophe over the e.
Accentuate over the E. No, me and my partner Che, we started the break. How long, Che? Like 5 years ago? I don't know. A minute ago.
She said, I can't remember.
But we started to fill a gap, to fill a void, because we felt like in music, like y'all remember the good old days when there was just like innate balance in music. Like it was like,
Good song, good lyric.
Like the 90s.
Yeah,
Passion.
you know, it just kind of flowed that way. It was like you didn't have to think about it. And then one day I woke up and it was nothing. It was just nobody talking about nothing. It just happened that way. I think
Miley, I'm sweat. Woo!
I literally feel like I was telling a friend, I feel like I know the day that music changed for me was the day that I heard that song by the Yin Yang Twins, Whisper. Y'all remember that song? Mm-hmm. Hey, little mama, let me
You
whisper.
can't talk about that
Tell
song.
us something
That song would turn the club up.
That's what I'm saying. But when I heard that song, I was like, music is changing, huh? Because it was just different. It wasn't subtle no more. Like, we was just out there with it. But anyway, long story short, we were just like, man, there was this balance that was missing again. Like, there was nothing that really fully represented people that live this balanced, inspired lifestyle. And people that, you know, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I'm a Christian, but not everybody's a Christian that lives an inspired lifestyle. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are positive, and there is a platform for that, you know, and creating a platform for that. And there was a lot of music out there that wasn't getting played because it's not, it wasn't hitting everything that was on the radio. It wasn't talking about nothing, you know, and so we felt like we wanted to create a platform for it. So that's where the break came from. Wanting to create a platform for what we call urban inspirational music. Now, what do you guys think about when I say the term urban inspiration?
Urban inspirations. Music that inspires the urban youth.
Okay. What else?
It almost, for me, it seems like people who are promoting something positive but might not necessarily have a box to fit into.
A story that's manifesting through music that everybody can relate to inspire to know that they're not the only one going through it.
You better come on and be our spokesperson. Come on, brother. And the sticker goes to that I don't have, but you know, you
We got another.
Chris, you going with me. When we leave, you going with that applause, you gonna follow me around. We gonna do it. No, but that's exactly what urban inspiration is about. It's about people who are real, who are authentic, but we create content that is bigger than us. That's not just about the now, but it's about the future. And for real, I feel like urban inspiration, and we could talk about this, but you know, I feel like it's sort of like hip hop was. Hip hop was a culture before it was a genre. You remember that? Like it was just the streets. That was it. Like hip hop was just this who we are.
It was.
Yeah, it was what it was. And then out of it, birthed this genre of music. And that's what Urban Inspiration is. It's all of us who have these very balanced lifestyles, who can go to a party but can show up on Monday to do our radio show and can go to work, you know what I mean, and have a reason to do what we do, who are not just about the here and the now. There's all of us, and we are Urban Inspiration. And so out of this culture, there's some music. There's some sounds that's coming out of it, and it's growing, and we've been researching it for about 5 years, and it's so many artists out there, and our job, what The Break really does is we help those artists to really hone in on their brand and, step with the big dogs as far as quality. So we help them with social media engagement, with, their visual brand, logos, all that other kind of stuff, and event production, because that's the only thing that's keeping them separate is that they don't have the machine behind them. So we like, cool, you don't have the hands and feet, we'll be the hands and feet for you. So that's where The Break came from. And then through a partnership with super producer Harmony Samuels, we created the Break magazine. Anybody know Harmony Samuels? He did. Have y'all heard Sierra's newest song? I bet he did that.
Sweet.
Yeah, he did that. Ariana Grande's The Way, all those big songs. But he's a brother of ours, and we partnered together to do the magazine because we felt like, even though we're trying to create this platform, we need a hub. We need a place where, because right now, if I never said we are Urban Inspiration, you would have never associated yourself. You're just like, I'm just a good, positive dude.
Right.
But you know what? But now we have a label. We have a label that doesn't confine us, but it defines us. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not limited,
right?
But I have a place where I can identify. That's what Urban Inspiration is all about. So we wanted to create this magazine that talks about the sound, culture, and lifestyle of Urban Inspiration. So we talk about fashion. We have, inspirational nuggets. We have, a health section. We have all kinds of different things, and we talk about people who are influencing culture, and then we talk about music, and that's what it's about. So we released our teaser issue in December. Y'all go to thebreakmag.com, check it out, okay? And then we're gonna officially be launching our blog and the magazine, the first issue of the official magazine in February. So.
I like the layout. It looked pretty
it's nice.
sweet.
Yeah?
Very nice.
Very sweet.
Shout out to our creative director, Aronde Jenkins.
There you go. Jenkins.
You gotta say it like that.
Jenkins.
So
I got some
if
eccentric
someone
names. Jenkins, how you spell that? J-A-N-K.
You know how to spell Jenkins. One of your cousins is a Jenkins.
They got a capital N. I ain't got no Jenkins in my family.
I ain't got no.
What's your last name?
Man, you don't want to go there.
I want to go.
Harold. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, like I said.
So if an artist, they're hearing about The Break.
Yeah.
And they, want to get their music out, they want to be a part of this movement, how do they go about doing that?
Well, if you want to work with The Break, hit us up. You know what I mean? Follow us, The Break Live. We're all over Instagram, Facebook, all of that. And follow The Break Mag. Once we launch our blog, it's really going to be, the magazine itself is a digital magazine that'll be released bi-monthly, but we'll have a blog site that's ongoing. And so we want it to be a platform where artists and, we call everybody creators and change makers. So everybody who's doing something one way or another, if it's got some kind of substance to it, then we create that platform for you to kind of come and, let us know that you got something going on. So for The Break magazine, if you're interested in being a part, if you want to, if you're interested in being, having that platform, you can hit us at info@thebreakmag.com. If you're an artist that feels like you're ready to take it to the next level with your branding, and you want to consult with us on that, you can hit us at, you could just email me. I'm alex@thebreaklive.com.
Sorry. Yeah, we're listening, but this guy is over here tripping.
I know. And Chris gonna tell me what his why is. I'm gonna find out.
His why is out in the car.
What is that?
His wife.
Oh, okay. I see you, Chris. You better be married and happy.
There you go. That's
young luck.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Car gonna be on flat when you get out here.
You're gonna be sleeping on the couch, man.
But one thing I will say, if I can give a little tip to any of the artists that are out there, even if you're not working with us, one thing that is so important is that you get to understand the value of you as the artist behind your art. because so many people put so much effort into promoting the art that they forget who the artist is. And that's why I ask what your why is. We ask that of every client we work with, anybody we talk to, because at the end of the day, your product is not the longevity of who you are. Who you are is the longevity of who you are. You know what I mean? Like, right. And so you have to be able to pull from something. You have to be able to pull from a never-ending desire to accomplish something, and that is what will take your brand from now to forever. But your products, you know, I always say that The Break, we're here to create an infrastructure that your brand, inside of that infrastructure, inside of that house, your brand can renovate and change, but you have an infrastructure that you'll always live in. And this is who you are. This is your brand. When everybody comes to this house, that's who they know who you are. But inside, it could change over the years. You know, one year it might be an open concept. The next year it might be split up. It might be 3 different rooms. But the infrastructure of your brand, your why, that never changes. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, your why is always going to be about the students. It's always going to be about changing lives some kind of way. Now, your how, that's going to maneuver.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
It will.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And so that's what I would just tell everybody as you're thinking about your artistry and what you're doing. Think about who you are as the artist, because you are more than what you produce. We want you. Produce you, and the world will flock to you.
This is true.
Absolutely.
So, my question is, what... what my question was. It just escaped me like just that quick, because I had like 5 of them, but I was waiting. One of them was
now it's really gonna leave.
You just want me to sit here like,
you know,
this,
he's
Chris.
easily distracted.
I know. Now I done lost them all. Anyway,
come on, get it back. Let's look.
I'm here. We here.
Come on.
God, you gotta pass me.
Okay.
I had one. It was there, and then
it was good too. I saw it.
Hey, Chilla. Chilling. She said, "Where's she at?"
What's been your most unique experience in creating The Break so far?
Our most unique experience. I think.
Oh yes.
I'm just supposed to have the applause. No, I think it's been working with our artist that we work with. His name is Major. Everybody check him out. NowThat'sMajor.com. Amazing artist.
What? He's a singer, rapper?
He's a singer. Okay. He's a singer. He's a hope dealer. That's what.
Hope dealer.
Oh yeah, that's who he is.
Deals hope.
But he's a.
That's powerful.
Yeah, check him out. NowThat'sMajor.com. But he's been one of our most unique experiences because we learned so much with him, and he's one of those artists that is the epitome of what we mean when we say urban inspiration. It's not just about his music is amazing, and he got a single coming out soon, so y'all really check him out, Major.
You didn't bring it?
Well, it's not out, so that's it coming soon.
Should have brought the exclusive.
Coming out. Coming.
A snippet or something.
But he's one of those guys that the people over the past year we've been working with him on his brand, and people have flocked to his brand with no product. He doesn't have a product yet, but what they have flocked to was this hope he's dealing.
Right.
That's who he is. You know what I mean? And I think through our work with him, we've been able to even hone in on why we're here, what it is that we're doing, what this is all about. And he's a perfect example of that it's more than just, yeah, sure, you like to wake up every day and sing. You know, we know Sister Act, she was like, girl, when you wake up, do you want to sing? You're supposed to be a singer, girl.
Oh, I love that movie, Sister Act.
You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Yeah, you're right. But at the end of the day, like, when you don't feel like singing, what do? And I know this brother. This brother literally deals himself hope. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he shoots up his veins when he's running low, and that's what he feeds to everybody else. So I think that's been one of our most unique experiences, and the magazine itself. You know, when we partnered our minds with Harmony to create this, it was something that it's bigger than us. It's still bigger than us. You know, we're excited about it, but it is legitimately a missing peace in culture right now. Like there's no place that's just a hub for positive but relevant messaging. And that's what we're about. So it's all been really unique and exciting because we're trailblazing something new. So when you're trailblazing something new, everything's unique because every step you take is a new step. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So the positive and relevant messaging, that's not just reduced to music. That's just people who have substance behind.
Absolutely.
So I think I seen you guys had various magazines that had a whole bunch of titles to the different one, and one said, "It's a good time to be a mean gay."
Well, I don't know what you read, and that's not us.
Oh,
It
Jesus
it came up under what I was looking at. It was a whole bunch of music, and that's why that one stuck out. I'm like, what does?
No, I
That
think
one.
you.
I don't think that was
I think
them.
you opened a new tab.
Oh yes. That was perfect. Chris, do it again.
Because I've been wondering. I said, what the? I said, how does this fit?
Now what did you read? Maybe we could flip it and make it positive. But
Let's research. What did you type?
It was just magazine covers, and it was.
You know what? That was the application that we put the teaser on. Issue.com. They have a lot of free magazines that was on the panel.
Oh.
So you got a little distracted. It was what happened.
Right.
No, because I'm like, it was all music at one, because I was reading when I said sound. Then when I was going, I'm like, okay, I got the screen. I'm reading them. I'm scrolling. I'm like,
That ain't their site.
I don't know.
That wasn't it.
That ain't
Like, where does that come
Because
from?
we looking at their site.
Right.
But thank you. This is a teaching moment. Let this be a lesson to you guys. When you open,
Jesus Christ. Preacher.
when you open our site, what you will see is a button that says View Teaser Issue. Now, when
Yes.
you press that button, you need to wait. You wait for that to
Right.
load, because if you don't wait and you just start to clicking, you're just gonna end up anywhere.
In the mighty name.
This young man ended up somewhere that I don't even know. I can't even explain. I can't even speak to what this man went to. But what I will say to you is that
Speaking
just
into
wait.
existence.
Just sit. Sometimes you just gotta sit and wait and just let it load.
Be still.
Let it load. Be still. He got a little fidgety and ended up somewhere else. And that's how life is.
Fidgety.
That's what happens in life. You know,
Alex, you are okay in my book.
Jeez.
High five.
Gotta let him
Yeah.
I was just reading.
Right.
Just reading.
See, that's what we do. We just be ingesting. We just be taking everything that come to us. Then in a lifestyle. What you say? You know what I'm saying?
No one
Like-
knows.
That's what I'm saying. Because we just be taking it in. Don't just be taking stuff in.
All
brother.
I know is he got a lifestyle.
Right.
Now I have a turn. Did you find your question?
Oh, thank you. No, I didn't.
Okay. So, again, stop. It's Valentine's Day coming
Kids.
up.
Ah.
And you were talking about music. And it's so funny because one of my students,
Go ahead.
one of my students, he's doing he's asking like different students questions because he wants to do like a Family Feud type of game for a rally that we're having. But anyway, one of the questions he asked me was, who is your favorite male and female artist for love songs?
Luther Vandross is my favorite male.
Okay.
Why you give me that?
I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
What?
I got my wife.
I know you No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because his songs, they come from a place that are, or at least the lyrics to his songs. All right, now let's just be clear.
Yeah, let's be clear.
Make these lines of demarcation. The lyrics of his song, you know, we're about lyrics over here at the break. So the lyrics of his song just they ring very true. As somebody, you know, I'm married, I'm in love, you know, but they just always have been very relatable and true, you know, because sometimes it's like, not to diss any artist, but it's like, I love you, girl. I love you,
Right.
love you, girl. Right?
And that's it.
That's it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when you start telling stories, and that's what I got a lot out of Luther, and that's what, you know, meant a lot to me from him. A female artist for love song. I don't know.
Not a lot of women sing
better
about
come on
love.
with it.
I mean,
There's a
I'm
lot
tell
of
you,
women that
I
sing
can
about
just,
love.
I
I
can
can
just tell
give
you
you
the
5
person who
off
has.
top.
You can, just off top.
Off top.
Go.
Sade,
Uh huh.
India Irie,
India.
Jill Scott.
How did I forget about India? Okay.
Anita Baker.
Thank you. And
I love Anita.
And Patty.
Angela Wimbush.
Patty. Woo!
See, I love that. My difficulty is not I can't think of them. I just love all of them. But
Right.
India for sure. Amel LaRue.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people that, like you said, going down your path, people that have a message behind it. It's not just singing like K. Michelle.
Right. Which, you know.
Thinking about hurt.
And why everybody want to be hurt? That's why a bunch of women walking around here bitter because y'all listening to K. Michelle.
Well, here's the thing.
Don't ingest everything.
But here's the thing. Now, hold up. Now, let's talk about this, though. Because is it wrong to talk about hurt if I'm giving you forward movement out of that place? Like, because that's a real experience.
Is she doing such?
Is she doing, or is she keeping these women in there?
Listen, guys,
No,
K.
here's
Michelle
a
was the
place.
topic.
Right? Thank you.
Okay, so now so did you give us a few?
Yeah, India Arie for sure. India Arie. India Arie was on like my little CD mixtapes that I put a sticker on that I gave, because me and my husband together since we was 15. So when we was like, we was young, I gave him a little CD, little mix. You know, one was the Holy Mix, one was the
Holy Mix.
Yeah, and India was on that Beautiful Surprise. What y'all know about that?
Yeah, I know all about it.
Okay, so yeah, so India is there, but Amel LaRue also kind of the same feel as Luther Vandross and the stories that she tells and her love stories, and then Anita Baker, of course. But yeah, that's me.
I'm so mad that we're coming close to the end of the hour,
Can
because
I-
now I want to know about this being with your husband since 15.
Oh well, you know.
We can say that for the next
It's a
show.
beautiful thing.
Or another
It's a
show.
beautiful thing.
Can I
Yes.
give my 2 cents though about the
Yes.
last question y'all asked
Please.
Michael about
Yes.
love at first sight?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Do you believe in love at first sight? Let's go there.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the real question.
He's
Give it to us.
Okay.
Preach.
What's the
Tell
real
it.
question?
Okay. How many who believes in God in here? Yeah. Who believes God is love? Who believes that we got a little bit of God in us? Yeah. I'm love. So when I come up to you, whether there's love at first sight, that's not the question. It's if I feel the unction to give you love at first sight. Because that is what keeps us apart, is that barrier that says, can I give love or should I hold it? And so that's what the relationship is about, is this give and take. And I gave you a little something, you ain't do good with it, so I'm going to hold back. And then I'm going to hold back way too much. And then I'm going to overgive. And that's what it is. So is love at first sight possible? Absolutely, because I'm full of love. It's gotta be possible at first sight. But is love giving
You better
at
preach.
first sight? Is that possible? Now that's another question, and that depends on how open and vulnerable you are and how ready you are to be able to release what you have and the trust that you have in God that He'll refill you if you give everything you got.
You better preach.
That's
Some
deep.
people
I like
out
that.
here ain't trusting.
You better preach.
Well, I mean,
Not that you shouldn't be cautious. You shouldn't just be throwing your love out here.
I'm not saying that you got to throw it, but I mean, sometimes those opportunities come by,
Yeah.
and sometimes we can knock ourselves out of our blessings.
Absolutely, because we holding on to love, and that's not ever
Holding
what
on
love
to
was
too
meant
much
to
hurt.
be. Yeah. But you hold,
from
but
giving
really,
away the love.
but you're not holding on to the hurt. You're holding on to your love. The pain comes
Yeah.
from you being full of love that you're supposed to release.
You know, I wrote a poem about that. I'm not going to share it because I don't know it by heart, but I did. That was kind of the
Premise.
like the premise about having it and then giving it and then feeling like if you give it to someone else that they'll take it and they won't return it. You know, but it's kind of that same idea.
Anybody
I might share it
try
one day.
giving your love. Just try giving and just giving and getting replenished. And for me, my replenishment comes from God. But you try that. You happiness will come from that by you just putting it out. The pain comes from holding it in. You ever tried to hold in a fart?
I love that analogy.
Hey man, we done that. Y'all, between you and him talking about his son, y'all coming with left
I
field.
love the analogy.
I love
I
that.
love them. Well, look. Bottom line, this is Alex Queen dropping gold with all the knowledge that she is holding. This is Jill Scott
Don't hold your
listening to Golden. DJ Reed, cue us
Bring
up.
mag everywhere.
And we are back.
Living my life.
Are they not on for real? Okay. Monday Night Love Sessions. We've been having a good time. We had Mike McGrew, Alex Queen.
Don't hold your fart.
And now, that's all you remember her.
That's going to be my drop. Hey.
It's hard not to remember that.
Yeah, she was like, it hurt to hold your fart, don't it? What?
Was that you? Had to let it out.
So now, without any further ado, we have our final segment of the evening.
The man.
And this is no stranger. He is no stranger to Monday Night Love Sessions. He was here with us before. We have none other than Dr. Tyrone Warren II.
Good night.
Of the Marriage Material Project in the building.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Back.
We back.
We back.
What it is. How you feeling? How you living?
Good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, beautiful day.
In the neighborhood.
February.
Black History Month.
Black History Month.
Shout out to Dr. Carter G. Woodson.
Yes.
For starting Black History Week. Turning it into a month. Thank you. Also a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. What is going on? I'm confused.
It happens like that. Rude to the cute.
There it is.
And that's how it is. And there we go. Okay, so back. So what we got popping? February,
in the month of February, we're going to end it off with the Marriage Material Project Professional Brunch Mixer. And, just a beautiful day where professionals will get together and exchange emails and telephone numbers and talk about some of the things that they do. And then I'll kick off the Marriage Material Project and all of the other events that we have throughout the year by explaining what the Marriage Material Project is, a little bit about the origins of the Marriage Material Project, why I wrote it, my personal attachments to the project itself, and where we go from there.
Beautiful. And just for everybody that hasn't seen you on the show before, and to our newcomers here, could you explain or give some backdrop to what the Marriage Material Project is?
Okay. The Marriage Material Project talks about the spiritual leadership order that has to exist and be in place in order for a relationship to be successful. Male-female relationship, obviously. It also defines the difference between being married, being wedded, and unconditional love.
And could you just give us the definition of those three for the people that haven't received that knowledge?
So unconditional love is the only love that exists. If you love, and that's it. You can't fall in and out of love. You don't love someone a lot, then a little the next minute. No more, no less. Unconditional love is the same type of love that you would have for your parents or your children. You transfer that to your mate, your friend, your spouse, whoever it is, and it doesn't waver. Otherwise, all it was or is lust, and you'll be out of there in a short period of time. Marriage, legal contract, wedded, you exchange vows, and you aspire to uphold those vows and that spiritual testament and commitment that you make at your wedding ceremony or what have we.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Do you remember all of that? Wow.
I do.
So so February is the mixer. Could we talk about what was leading up
to the mixer?
To the mixer.
Well, no, I mean what the mixer is leading up to.
Oh yeah, beautiful things. Most importantly will be the workshop, the Marriage Material Project workshop.
Yes.
The workshop will actually go in depth, and explain in greater detail what's required of us to manifest our marriage materialness, which is really being wedded. if you aspire to be in that long-term, lifelong, happily ever after relationship, then you'd want to attend this event and kind of unlock those things that are preventing you from achieving that level of a relationship.
Yeah,
So is the workshop only for people who are single, or
Oh
are
no,
you all okay?
no. The workshop is for anyone who aspires to live happily ever after with a mate.
Okay.
So you can be single, you can be married, in a relationship that doesn't seem to be working out, but you don't want to give up on it. You can be a newlywed, or you can be engaged and, interested in getting married to a person and really trying to understand what that is and what's required of you and this other person to make that work. Obviously, exchanging vows is a serious thing, and if you really understand what the vows are, you'll be able to make a better decision as to whether you really want to do that or not.
Nice.
Okay, and I'm sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know if you had another question.
No, go ahead.
But what led you to this focus?
That's what my question was going to be.
Good question. So initially, it started off as a research project. I have a doctorate degree in leadership. I went and researched the Christian organization, which is the largest organization in the world, one of the largest organizations in the world, and their leadership structure and the vision. The vision of the Christian organization is for people to live based upon unconditional love and righteousness, and to help their fellow brothers. One of the principles and tenets is that you don't have sex before marriage, which conflicts with some of our modern technology and the whole sexually explicit media agenda. And so I conducted a research study to see how sexually explicit media influences Christians' attitudes towards sex. Took 30 Christians, 15 male, 15 females, and ran a focus group, a couple of focus groups. And out of that, I found that the participants concluded that there was no practical educational model to teach, waiting until you're married to have sex, or what marriage is, or what love is, and how to conduct yourself in a happily ever after relationship, which is why when you step into any given church institution, you'll see divorce, single women that are pregnant, single people with children, period, baby daddies and baby mamas. And so out of that, one of the things that kept coming up was the notion that people are not learning how to love unconditionally, how to conduct themselves in a relationship, how to be good husbands, good wives, good fathers, good mothers, and how to really raise their children to be in a wedded relationship. So I kind of made a note and then went and did further research personally and came up with the Marriage Material Project, which is just this term that's just overused and no one really understands what marriage material is. So I kind of break that down and define what marriage is, again, unconditional love and wedded, and then at the end of it, you decide where you best fit.
Neat.
Through your teachings, because unconditional love is something that I really harp on. How many people have you found really have no clue what that entails?
Several. To love, it's hard to digest the notion that the same way you love your mother, for example, is the same way you're supposed to love your spouse. The only difference between the two, and I'll ask you guys, the difference between the way what is the difference? The question would be, what is the difference between the husband and the wife's relationship versus the husband and his mother's relationship?
If I could guess, husband and mother was innate, and husband and wife is a choice.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in on that?
I don't want to say
Wait,
mine.
you said the difference between a husband
She
and a
wasn't
wife
paying attention.
relationship.
She
I was
wasn't
paying attention.
Yes.
She said
The difference between the husband and wife relationship,
Yes.
and
That same man, that
And-
husband and his mother. What's the difference?
I would say that have a lot that I would say.
The
mother. Well, the mother.
Hit her, Chris. Got.
Shots
You have to
fired.
wait.
Shots fired. We're gonna get you tonight.
You have to stop the music so I can.
Feel some type of way.
Jeez.
We waiting on you to talk.
I know, but I can't talk when he has the music on.
Come on, girl.
This is hilarious.
The mother and the son, their relationship, the love, she didn't have to choose. It's like ordained in a way. I guess the husband and wife love could be ordained as well.
Right. So then the follow-up question would be, what does a wife do for her husband that his mother hasn't done for him all his life?
Sex. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That was the answer to the first question. That was my answer to the first question. That's the only difference. If you look at it, a man, I'm coming from the man's perspective.
Okay.
Like,
are you telling me?
I'm talking to everybody, but I'm looking there. I'm looking. Jesus, you don't want me to look at you? God,
go ahead.
I'll turn my head this way. So, the difference between, to me, is the sex. Like, but that's the only difference, because a man is going to look after his wife just like he looks after his mother. He's going to take advice from his mother just like he takes advice from his wife. They're going to work together for the common good for the family.
He should,
as he should. And that's, to me, that's the only difference, would be the fact that he's having sex with the other one.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in on that?
That's crazy, because because I feel the same way you do. But I guess if I could add to it, I don't know. It's such a blurred line. I would say, I know at some point there becomes disregard for the love that you have for your mother. Some people, depending on the circumstance and what she did for you, that may provoke you. But more times than not, the woman that you choose to give your love to, you see the betterment of you in her. And so she becomes, the way you're saying the mother aided you, she becomes that, but in a different, but I would have to agree with Cam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can we get a non-masculine answer to that question, please?
I already spoke, but I was just thinking, when you asked the question, the way I interpret it, how I know even more so that men are different from women, because I was more so looking at the actual love, not the physical relationship or the relating together. But yeah, were you asking for someone else in the studio?
Oh no, we can
okay.
do that.
I mean, if they want to answer.
Oh yeah,
they all on their social media.
So
Okay.
They all looked up like,
Say
huh?
what? Say what?
So the answer is companionship, right? Obviously, sex, is inappropriate
Right.
with your parents. But yeah, the answer is companionship. At the end of the day, your spouse, your mate, is supposed to be your companion, and ultimately that is their role. That's the wife's job, is to be a companion to her husband. And a lot of people don't learn that. That's not really discussed and explained in the home. Is not really discussed and explained in wherever you go to get your spiritual instruction. Is not explained in depth. And that was one of the main conclusions and one of the main things that came out of the study from those participants that drove the creation of the Marriage Material Project.
Question, based on what you just said, I was actually, would you agree or disagree? Is that being lost more so because of the lack of matriarch and patriarch roles that we have? Because I read something, they were talking about the lack of sex that happens between couples is because gender roles are blurred. So there's no natural, desire to do. And I'm thinking, when you think about, that's like you say, companionship, you sit and think about that birds and the bees talk, like this is what you do for a woman, this is you, like that never really, I'm not gonna say it never really happens, but it's not so direct, it's more so illustrated.
Okay. So the answer to that question depends on how deep you want to go tonight. Being that is Black History Month, we can, there's a system that's been put in place to blatantly disrupt male and female interactions primarily black male and female interactions, which brings us to the state that we're in as far as the families are concerned.
Gotcha.
And that's touched in the book, right? Touched on in the book.
Actually, that part of it, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
That part of it, you'll get live.
Oh,
that part of it, I
at the
discuss
mixer
live.
or at the workshop.
At the workshop.
Okay, well there you have it, folks. You got to come to the workshop.
But the
Gotta come to
workshop
is
is
in the mixer.
The mixer
oh,
is in
the workshop
The
is a
mixer
part of the
is
mixer.
the
with
mixer is the
brunch.
segue to the workshop.
Yeah. And when is this mixer again, and where?
Mixer's February 28th, Carson Communities or Convention Center, I think it is. February 28th at 11 a.m. The tickets are available online at teamwarren.com, TEEMWARREN.
How much are the tickets?
Tickets are $25. With the $25, you get the brunch, the book. We'll take pictures, autograph, and just have a wonderful conversation and presentation.
Sorry, let me clarify.
Yes.
With this $25,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
get entrance, breakfast,
brunch.
brunch, breakfast, and lunch.
Uh-huh.
You get a book.
Yes. Copy of the book.
You
Autographed if you
signed and a
yes.
picture
Yes, ma'am.
and
Yes.
a good time.
You the real MVP.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, her concern is the food.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was gonna ask what's being served.
You know what? I am not privy of the menu items because, I didn't make that selection. But I will say that I hope that the organizers considered my eating habits,
Right.
and hopefully you're satisfied with that.
Non-pork
So,
options.
Fruits and
No.
vegetables. Fruits, vegetables. There may be some meat. I don't think any pork.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't eat pork as well, so I would, hopefully they chose chicken and turkey products.
Absolutely.
God loves the pigs too. Just saying.
Well, pigs were sacrificed, so
So was the cows.
yeah,
So just eat chicken.
chicken and fish.
Chicken and fish. Alrighty. Well,
I guess it wouldn't be fair if we didn't ask you if you believe in love at first sight, but although we did.
Yeah, we've been through this.
Yeah, we did.
However, the answer is no. Lust at first sight is what exists. And obviously, you're supposed to love everyone, or you're supposed to at least aspire to love everyone, so that you get that out the way. Then it comes down to whether you're willing to, as far as that particular person or selecting a wife or mate or what have we, it comes down to whether you as a man are willing to sign up to the fact that you'll be responsible for this person until you die. And that's the thing. I think that makes us as men extremely uncomfortable, which is why we have the marital issues that we have. I asked someone earlier today 2 questions. One, what does a woman do when a man kind of dates her for an extended period of time and she wants to get married? What does she do?
Answer the question. You the girl.
I think that's more than appropriate to have you answer the question.
Okay.
As the
she
woman.
looking at us like, man.
Well, I mean, I thought you were asking like from the men if they know like what.
No,
if women do.
I'll follow up with a question for the men.
Oh, okay.
You can take that one.
Okay, so I would assume that a woman would, kind of drop hints or a woman's gonna drop hints. She's gonna start asking questions. She wants to know what's going on. She wants clarification. If some women are probably not gonna be all the way outright with it, but she's definitely dropping hints and saying things and kind of pushing the issue.
Okay. So the follow-up question would be, what does a man do when he asks a woman to marry him and she tells him no?
Upset.
What does he do? What's his next step after being told no?
Regroup.
You can go out and you can do a lot of things under the sun.
Right. Ultimately, that relationship is over, and now you're available, correct?
Yeah.
All right. The issue there is patience. right? The woman is giving the man an opportunity to ask her to marry him or what have we, to be his wife, and she's going to be patient. And so eventually her time is going to run out. However, you know, it may be 2, 3, 4 years down the line, depending on a woman, right? That guy, he's going to ask once, and if you tell him no, he's out of there. So we have some disconnect there. We have a disconnect there.
Is he supposed to stay around?
We have a disconnect there.
Hold on, but I think, first off, I just think that's logically thinking differently. We're not hardwired like that. First off, we all get taught wrong. You fall, don't cry when you get older. Beyond that, we don't deal with emotions how they do. They fall in and out of love on a daily, so it's easier for them. We get up, break stuff, bruise bones. Often we fall off a horse, get up, get back on. Let's gonna do this. They broke their heart. They ready to fall right back in love. Mm-hmm. We're not as strong as them emotionally as they are not us physically. So when you break that, that's hard to recover from because we're not built for strength in that area. So you only have one time to tell me, I get it. You know what? I don't want to feel that pain because it's different. That's not the physical pain. You can.
I mean, but I'm sorry. I don't. This is really weird to me because it's like, what is the nigga supposed to do after this woman says no? Like, is he supposed to just be like, okay, well, you still want to date? Like, you know what? He's gonna look at this nigga weird. Like, nigga,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. In all fairness, what gives us the right to date a woman for 2-3 years and not ask, versus denying her the right of telling us no because she's not ready?
You know why? Because
I was just gonna say that's a cold game. Like a woman, you might say no. She's like, all right, I'm gonna keep on waiting.
But the woman is not asking to see. This is a difference. You're not asking. You're insinuating.
Right.
No, because a man is, if a man's not ready to get married, she can't get married to him anyway.
Okay, so that's his reason
for
not getting married.
The relationship.
So that's his reason because he's not ready.
He's not ready, but he still wants to stay with her, right?
So look,
you're still getting.
You done started something that
I'm just saying, but when you said when she says no to you, you out.
But that's not her being ready. That's not. He didn't say she wasn't ready. Now, if you say I'm just not ready, that is a no. But that explains that you're not ready. Right?
Yeah, but the guy was still 95% of the time.
95% of the time, if a dude presented a girl with a ring, she's gonna try to get out of the relationship. What was you there for? Until this nigga proposed to you.
A convenience, but then that finality came and you was like, no. See, and that's the hypocrisy in the situation.
Exactly.
They're sitting there playing the role when.
Plotting.
To your first question, what they do is they play the role so that we can sit there and adopt the role. So I'm gonna play your wife. I want you to marry me without ever asking. Conversely, feel me? When they're talking to us, you feel me, and we're doing what we need to do to try to marry them. It's the same thing, except for now it's a decision that they chose. Well, I don't want to marry you. Cool. When I'm playing a role and I'm doing what I need to do to marry you, it's okay for you to say no because you're not ready. You didn't see that life. Yet, you saw me enough of the convenience to sit there. But when a woman is playing a role, and 9 times out of 10, if a dude really wants to marry somebody, he's gonna go all out and you're gonna know it. Mm-hmm. She knows that too, that he's not really trying to marry. And we had this conversation coming into this.
You took him in.
We had somebody last week, and I just told her this. The lady who wrote the book last week.
Detroit, it's time to go.
I'm about to end. I'm about to end. You know what? I'll save it for
later. Roll the pass. Don't rush in.
I will save it for later. Thank you.
I did that. I did that.
Monday night love sessions.
So we had Michael McGrew, who came from a master of none to do a master of some, then decided to become great, to become a master of one. And then we had a young lady over here who had a vision to be seen. She created the Break magazine. This is Alex Queen. And I tried to tell him and warn him. We got Dr. Tyrone, the love doctor, Tyrone Warren. This is from the Monday Night Love Sessions crew. Cameron Dave, Akila Trinae. I'm riled up. DJ Reed.
What's wrong with you?
He took it personal. He was all the way in.
I'm turned up right now.
Producer Nels, thank you. We've had enough. This is Empire with enough. DJ Reed, cue us up. Yeah.
Empire.
Oh.